Working on two wheels does give us the opportunity to meet some amazing characters. But this daft twit takes the biscuit. I want to introduce you here to Mervyn Phillips. Mervyn,
Yes, mate.
in brief now, explain to our viewers what on earth you're going to do.
Well, I'm going to travel around the world. I want to go for the Guinness World Record, which stands at 31 days, 20 hours.
See, I told you this stupid. So 31 days you're going to beat
I hope to do it in 30 days.
going around the world. So you're on a bit of a practice run at the moment because you're going around the coastal line of this country,
That's
going around
right,
Great
yeah.
Britain. Then you're going to embark on Europe and do some miles around Europe. But we need to share a problem you've got with our viewers, and that is a disability.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so come on, shock us. Show them the disability. See, Mervyn here happens to have something I've always wanted for Christmas. You know, a wooden leg, just put it short like. So you have got this disability, of which, to be honest with you, you've handled fantastically well.
Thank you.
And the truth is, you haven't actually done it on what is a motorbike as such. You've done it on a wet bike.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
The equivalent for water.
Yeah, yeah. So it's bikes.
Yeah, absolutely, all
Yeah.
the life. Yeah.
And if you're going to celebrate the fact that it's a bike,
That's right.
how long ago did this occur then?
I had the accident in 1986. After 7 operations and 4 years, I had it amputated in 1990. So basically, it's 10 years now
Right.
since I had it amputated.
But you're very mobile. I mean, you're phenomenally mobile. You're riding your motorbike. You've not let that stop you riding your motorbike, and you get around on it. But it's going to be a major problem to you, obviously, doing the world trip.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tell us in brief, just what problems you reckon you're going to incur.
Well, basically, I've got 12 hours every day with the leg on. Beyond that, I lose time. So I've got to ride without the leg on quite a few of the legs.
To get your hours
to
in.
keep the hours going, yeah.
Right. But you modified your bike to help here, haven't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
I've got a centre stand fitted, and I'm going to be fitting that with a hydraulic pump so that I can, put the centre stand down when I haven't got my leg on.
So you don't fall over.
That's the idea, yeah.
Right. And to help with the riding of the bike, you've also done some more modifications because you've got a gear change method that
That's
is
right,
different.
yeah.
You know, the normal biker on the street, he uses his foot to up and down the gear chain. You use a button.
That's right, yeah.
Bit Formula
Clickertronic.
One, Clickertronic, yeah. Formula One cars, yeah. And so that obviously helps, obviously. What else do you think are going to be your problems whilst you travel?
Just the leg, I think, really. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, all of the things that any biker faces, potholes and animals and what have you. But I think the leg will be the hardest one to work with because it literally has only got a 12-hour day. Beyond that, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to be my biggest problem.
Are you doing this just for your self-satisfaction?
Totally, yeah.
That's amazing. And what sort of, I mean, it's going to be a phenomenal cost that's going to be incurred to you, let alone the obvious, that's petrol in the tank. You've got all these extra costs of the features of the bike and your general day-to-day running. How have you mastered that? How have you sorted that out?
I've got a few sponsors coming on board. Triumph are helping a little bit. I mean, I obviously don't want to give a bike to everybody like they did with Nick, because everybody wants one. So I've bought
Nick Saunders,
Nick
he's the man-
Saunders,
he's
he
the
owns
man
the
who's
record.
got the record.
He owns the record.
Yeah.
I admire him. I mean, he's done a brilliant job, on the ride.
And you've watched his video, so you've learned from his errors and what he's
hopefully.
learned. Yeah.
I did phone him and I talked, and he didn't really want to give me too much advice, but he did wish me luck on
that's
the
great.
journey. But basically, I've got a website, londontolondon.com. And you'll see more of my journeys and the sponsors and what we're developing on the bike that I've been putting
That's
together.
a good idea. That keeps people in touch. Talking about keeping in touch, I have a bit of trouble reading an A to Z map, and I have it upside down and back to front. You've used the high-tech GPS system.
That's right.
Is that a must? I mean, could you dream of doing it without?
I think you could. Obviously, Nick didn't use it, and the sort of equipment wasn't available when he done it. But I think the satellite tracker or satellite navigation is very important because when you get to the points where your head's going, you get confused.
Yeah.
Where with this, once I've set the route out on it, I just follow the arrow. So if it says turn left here, I turn left there, and just.
And then you can blame it.
Yeah.
So
if I routed it
if
wrong.
we see a broken piece of plastic on the floor, it went wrong and you pitched it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, currently you're doing the Britain thing, and I know that you've come to meet us in Manchester, which we're very grateful for. But you're going to backtrack a bit,
Absolutely.
because you don't like cheating.
No, I mean, I set out to go around the UK coastline, and I really want to do that. I mean, I've added my own personal shower storm following me round so far, except for yesterday.
And it never rains in Manchester. You know?
No, well, I set off Monday, and basically I wasn't going to get here today to see you like Friday. So I've cut short last night and run up the M45 straight out from North Wales. Now I'm going to go, when I finish here, I might have a day off actually here in Manchester. Then I'm going to go right back to where I started, and
That's
get
great.
back on the
so
coast.
So you're not even cheating yourself.
There's
Well,
no point, because it is
10
myself that
yeah,
I cheat.
That's right.
You know,
Exactly.
there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
medals or records in this. It's purely and simply for my
So
own benefit.
you've got a wife at home. You've got a young daughter, I think. You
Beautiful
know.
girl.
Yeah.
Teresa.
So they're gonna miss you, obviously.
Yes.
And you're gonna miss them. So this leg of the job is a short
this leg,
term.
yes.
This leg. Oh, I didn't mean that, honest. But this stage of the journey, this is just a tester. I mean,
Absolutely,
you're just sucking it and see, and you get round Great Britain, which I mean, some people confuse at 50 miles away, and then they think that's an expedition. But you're going to go around Great Britain, then you're going to have a dabble around Europe, Kathmandu, wherever you're going, and then it's the world.
That's
you
right.
will keep in touch, won't you?
Oh, I will do. Yeah.
And you will let us know, and
Of
we'll
course.
let you know. Meanwhile, I think you better just clunk click and get on and be off.